Hello everyone, it's John Michael Cook here. Just wanted to say that I'm here in the wild and wonderful West Virginia. Got my wild and wonderful West Virginia hoodie on. I bought a game off Amazon called Spore, and it comes next week. I can't wait to play that game. Right now I'm watching NBA on TNT between the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Clippers. I'll tell you this, God, he's been a big impact on my life. He's been a big impact on my life, especially last year in 2022 and this year. You know, one thing I'll say is people turn to God whenever a tragedy happens. Like if you put 50 atheists on a plane and the plane's about to crash, 90% of them is going to turn to God. 90% of those people that are unbelievers will be thinking about, they'll be thinking in their heads, what's going to happen to me if I die? What's going to happen to me if this plane crashes? They're going to be begging for God, like begging for forgiveness. They're going to be like, God, please forgive me. Please, God, do something. And whenever a tragedy happens in someone's life, they tend to turn to God. The tragedy for me, I'm sure a lot of you already know if you all have seen my posts on Reddit, or if you watched some of my videos on YouTube, you probably already know the tragedy for me that got me a lot closer to God and stronger in my relationship with God is my girlfriend taking her own life. See, me and my girlfriend were together 2 years, and it was an absolutely ideal, great relationship. We'd drive around in my car, drive around in her car. We'd eat out at restaurants together. We'd go hiking together. We would pass a baseball back and forth together. Go on all kinds of different adventures together. Live together. Make money together. Just work together. Like we was a team. We still are a team. I'll put it that way. Yeah. See, my girlfriend and I, whenever we would get into arguments, they would be intense arguments, very intense, like especially if alcohol was involved. And I never had like too bad of a habit of drinking. Like I didn't drink a whole lot, but she did. She loved to drink. She loved to drink alcohol. My problem with drinking was handling it. Like I would lose control and get really mad and things like that. But she just drank a lot, period. And see, anyway, what happened was she got 2 bottles of vodka one day after we had went on our date in Pineville. We ate out, and she got those 2 bottles of vodka, and we went up on top of 99, which is like a mountain where there's a big overlook, and it's really beautiful here in wild and wonderful West Virginia. Glad we got to do that, by the way. But anyway, she had already started drinking, and I did a little bit, but not as much as her. But she ended up wrecking her car, and she was okay after she wrecked her car. But see, then we got this guy we know to go and get her wrecked car to his house to try and fix it, and that took a long time. And after that, that guy, along with 2 or 3 of his friends, dropped her and I off at my house, well, our house in Copperston. She dropped me and her off, and everything was fine at first. We hung out. We made love one last time. Like, loved on each other. We had a great day that day. And we got even more drunk than what we already were. And I kept drinking, and I took a little nap, and then when I woke up, I remember waking up and then drinking more and listening to music. I went into the living room to listen to music, and I remember everything turning black after playing music really loud. But apparently, we must have gotten a big argument or something. And like, next thing you know, the next thing I remember happening was like me getting stabbed by her. As crazy as that sounds, she stabbed me in the back with the scissors. It was just a really violent altercation between us, and I don't remember hardly anything other than getting stabbed, and we had to separate. Her parents didn't want us to be around each other or anything like that. And it devastated me not being able to talk to her, because her parents made her get a restraining order and everything on me, and it was just devastating to me. And I went to the hospital. I remember getting out of the hospital, and I even went to jail for a couple of days. And then when I got out of jail, I was so paranoid about her dad like going after me and stuff, and I was so devastated where I couldn't talk to her, that I left the state. I didn't tell anybody. I just got in my car, left the state, was gone for like 17 days. Didn't bring a phone or anything. Was gone that long. Went all the way to Tennessee. Stayed with some guy. Worked under the table detailing cars. I was a missing person for like a whole week straight and everything. But one day, God was calling on me, and so much guilt and everything was eating me alive because of like where I wasn't talking to my family or anything. Like, because I know they had to have been worried about me, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I finally called my dad one night at 1 a.m. and my dad told me about what happened to my girlfriend. She took her own life about a week after I was in Tennessee, and nobody knew where I was or anything. There was so much bad stuff being said about me and her on Facebook and things, and it overwhelmed her. And I decided to come back, and I was suicidal on and off. Even still I am, but not as bad. And I'm mentally ill and everything. But God, he's become, that was my tragedy that got me so much closer to God. That, because, my girlfriend dying like that, especially from suicide, it made me think, when will I get to see my girlfriend again? What happened to her? Can I please see her again, God? Saying those things, being for real, like, it's like, God, please let me see her again. I want to be with this girl forever. Me and her promised that, and I'm still committed to that. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that whole story to you all. But that's what my tragedy is that got me super close to God. And it's been a wild journey, and my journey still goes. Thank you all for watching this.